So I'll start my presentation with one of my favorite quote from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And I truly believe that. My name is Dr. Bukhari. I am assistant professor of medicine at University of Illinois. I'm also a hospitalist and director at point of care ultrasound at Sarah Bush Lincoln Hospital. And I'm a founder and CEO at Differential Diagnosis for medical education. So I did my graduation from Kaiser Medical College back in 2008. And after that, I moved to Chicago. I started my career with research at University of Chicago, and I did research in basic science, and then I moved to Northwestern University, where I did clinical research. I'm currently assistant professor of medicine at University of Illinois. So today our topic of discussion is the career pathway for medical students in USA and road to residency. So let's make a hypothesis that is it worth to make a career in USA or not? Now let's talk about a little bit about training in USA. And let me give you some idea about the pay factor if you get training into USA. So once you get into training in USA, as a first-year resident, it's a 3-year of training program in USA, depending on the type of program, but most of the students, they apply for medicine. So as a first year, second year, and third year resident, your pay will be around $3,000 to $5,000 per month. And once you finish your training after 3 years, your salary will vary after taxes. So once you pay all the taxes to the government, your salary will vary between $7,000 to $20,000 per month. If you are not a specialized physician, if you're working in medicine or surgery and you are not specialized, you will be earning $7,000 to $20,000 per month after 3 years of residency training. And let's say if you are specialized physician like cardiovascular surgeon, cardiologist, your earning will vary from $20,000 to $50,000 per month. I'm talking about month. Let me make it clear. And this variation is because sometimes you are working in a teaching hospital, sometimes you are working in private hospital, sometimes you are working in the hospital in suburb. So that's why this salary varies depending on where are you working. So in the end, we'll conclude that how it is worth to work as a physician in USA. So let's say if you plan to start working on a career for USMLE exam, you have to start with USMLE step 1 and step 2 CK. So right now there are only 2 exams. There are only 2 exams you have to give. Step 1 is pass-fail exam. All you have to do is pass or fail. And the step 2 CK exam is a competitive exam. You have to score high. If your score is high, your chances of getting match will be high. So after these 2 exams, only these 2 exams, you are eligible to apply for residency in USA. Previously, we used to have a clinical skill exam, but now after COVID infection, there is no clinical exam. So you don't have to travel. You don't have to pay extra for clinical skill exam. There are only 2 exams, step 1 and step 2 CK, and you can apply for these exams on ECFMG website. The common question students ask about these exams is, what is the cost of these exams? So each exam costs about $1,000 each exam. So you'll pay for step 1 and step 2, and you'll pay for each exam separately, $1,000 each. Step 1 is pass-fail exam, and step 2 CK, you have to score high. Once you are done with all the exam, you will fill out the application online and you will write your personal statement. That is also the part of your application. You'll write your personal statement that why you want to be a physician, why you come to US, what was your experience, your own personal experience. So that will be the part of your application. Once you submit your application, once you submit everything, you will go through interview. Previously, students, they have to come to US for interviews. It was a physical interview, but after COVID, so we have online interviews available. And most of the hospital, they are relying on online interview because it saves a lot of cost. So it helps. So you can give interview online. You don't have to travel. So you can save on traveling, and you will save money on staying in US. You don't have to book any hotel. After the interview, so it's a 6-month process. So you will apply in September, and you will get the final result in March. And that is called the match process. So if you get selected into the hospital in US, you will get match, and the hospital will apply for your visa, which most of the time students will get it. Visa is of two different types. It can be J1 visa or it can be H1 visa. The benefit of H1 visa is it can be converted into green card. So if you can get H1 visa, that will be more beneficial. So how we are helping students come to US? So we started this company, Differential Diagnosis, about 6 years ago, and we are helping students all over the world who are coming to US. So this is our main location in USA. Differential Diagnosis is the name of the company. So basically, we offer preparation for all the exam, and we are basically partner with different companies who help foreign medical graduates, and those companies, they are basically strategically integrated with graduate medical education program. So we believe that international medical students and graduate, they deserve the same opportunities as their US counterparts. We all deserve the same opportunities as a foreign medical graduates as the students who are getting in USA, because we are also physician. So this is our website. It's called differentialdiagnosis.net. You can go at the website in detail and you'll see that all the exams are available. Preparation for USMLE, step 1, step 2. We have the preparation available for residency training once you are a resident. After the residency, you have to pass American board exam and you'll become Diplomat Board of Internal Medicine, and we offer the preparation for that exam too. So our master plan is we are opening the training sites which are designated to 7 different states, and our main hub will be in Chicago. So foreign medical graduate, they can apply for training, clinical training in USA, and we'll help them to get that training in the form of clinical rotation, externship, electives in 7 different states with a main hub in Chicago. So we truly believe that you belong. Thank you very much. If anyone has any question, you guys can email us. You guys can visit our website, differentialdiagnosis.net, and we'll be happy to accommodate any student. So there's a question, can we get elective after graduation? Yes, you can get elective after graduation. It's very much possible. The second question is, when can we start preparation for USMLE? I would actually suggest you the day if you have a plan to come to US, I will suggest you to start preparing for USMLE from first year of medical school, and you will go a long way, because I mentioned that you can get into training in 1 to 3 years in USA. And let's say if you are fully prepared, you can actually get training in the very first year. So let's say you have 5 years of medical school. The next year you apply for USMLE residency training in USA. The 6th year will be your US residency training. So I would suggest you, if you want to prepare for USMLE, start from first year of medical school. Any other question? So there is another question: what is the total cost for all these exams? So if you ask me roughly, I would say $3,000. If you have $3,000 and you are playing smart, you know all the loops and holes, that how to travel, where to stay, and for the exam, you can give all the exam in $3,000, and after that you can apply for USMLE. You can apply for residency training. There are options for loans too via APNA, and there are different organizations. So you can get loans through them after signing some paperwork. But I think even if you get the loan, that's completely worth everything down the line. So there's another question. Our preparation was not too much during the last year. So do you have any proper pathway through which we can get better preparation ways? I would actually suggest you, let's say, if you want to extensively get involved into USMLE training, USMLE exam, get the guidance from expert. Once I got into residency training, I actually myself took so many different courses because there is a trend in US that even if you're a resident or senior physician, you still take so many different courses, because those people who make those courses, they are the expert and they can guide you in a proper way. And there are a lot of resources out there. So you have a clinical training opportunity, you have clinical elective opportunities. We help students preparing for USMLE, from USMLE up to American board exam. So there's a question: is differential diagnosis providing service for USMLE pathway from step 1 to matchmaking? Yes, we do. So from step 1, so we hold the student's hand from step 1, step 2, and then the application process. Personal statement we help with, what to write in the application, how to build up the CV. Once they apply, how to build up your interview skills. And then once you get match, even during the residency training, we offer courses. And later after residency, we help with American board exam too. There is a common conception about USMLE exam that this exam is very, very tough. It's very competitive, but this is not completely true. All you need is the willingness and clear mindset what exactly you need to do, because there are researches available on PubMed these days based on evidence that how to get good score in USMLE exam. This exam actually started about 30 years ago in 1992. So we have enough data available which we can use, that what you can do exactly to get the high score. So now you need only 2 exams, step 1 and step 2, and you can apply for residency training in USA. Step 1 is a pass-fail exam, and step 2 is a little bit more competitive. But now these two, there are only 2 exams, so they are looking at the application more thoroughly because there are other factors involved. So your research, clinical electives, observership, publications, so those things matter more. And I think those things are easy to get if you are willing to do that, especially during medical school. So there is a question, this is a good question. Is USMLE worth than USMLE versus PLAB? So a lot of time what students are doing these days, that they prepare for both. The reason is, once you prepare USMLE exam, trust me, you can give any medical exam in the world because your knowledge will be very, very super high. And with that knowledge, let's say if you apply for the match process and God forbid you don't match for 1 year, you can actually apply for the PLAB as a backup, because once you go for the PLAB and you get the training there, you can make yourself financially strong, and you can get the sound training in England, and from there you can actually apply into US, and your chances of getting match will be much more higher. So using PLAB as a backup is a very good idea these days. So there's another question: if we are planning to go for USMLE, should we go for elective during our MBBS? Yes, absolutely yes. The reason is because when you are in medical school, your chances of getting free elective are much more higher. And I would actually suggest you to try to get free elective if you can. But once you graduate, then your chances of getting free elective will be lower, because once you are in medical school, the other medical school in US, they are willing to accept you on a very low price, let's say $200 to $500 per month, and you can save a lot of money there. But let's say if you're not getting the elective, there are a lot of paid options available. But if you do it during medical school, you can actually compete with so many students, and your chances of getting residency after medical school will be much more higher because you already have clinical experience in USA. I thank you all for joining the session.